Palazzo Grassi presents Open End, a major monographic exhibition dedicated to Marlene Dumas. Caroline Bourgeois, curator of the Pinault Collection, speaks to us about the exhibition.
Nice to meet with you. My name is Caroline Bourgeois. I'm the curator of the Pinault Collection, which has now 3 spaces. The Palazzo Grassi, where we are since 2006, Punta della Dogana since 2009, and now the Bourse de Commerce, which opened last year, including works by Marlene Dumas. We proposed and thought of doing a show with Marlene Dumas about 3 years ago. In between, COVID happened, so it had changed a bit the rhythm and changed a bit the way of working together also, because we could not be either here or in Amsterdam where she's living now. But we took quite early on 3 main decisions when I could still visit her in Amsterdam, which was to start from her latest 2 exhibitions. She doesn't do so many exhibitions and she doesn't produce so many works. The first one, which was called Myth and Mortals, which happened in New York in 2018, and the second show, which happened in 2020, double take with Zenoix, her gallery in Belgium, that no one could see because of COVID, including her. She went at the end of the show. And we decided that the first floor would be around Myth and Mortals, and the second floor about double take, with a progression in the 2 space to go to even darker subject, maybe at the end of the exhibition. Marlene proposed the title of the exhibition, which is called Open End. She went through a lot of death around her, like everyone else, but so it's a way to say that an end can be a new beginning. I decided to open the show with a new work from 2018, which is called The Kiss, which is a small painting. She's incredibly good on small painting, and you can see abstraction and figure on the same time in that painting. She practiced them on the floor, and she works with the materiality of the painting, letting the hazard coming in, so the painting appears. If I speak about one great other small painting in the exhibition, it's the one called The Gate from 2001, which is for me one of the key. It's in between the legs and below the sex of a woman. It's like the Courbet origin of the monde. It's the fact that everything has to go through birth in every culture, which opens you to a new world. Another work I would like to quote, it's of course The Painter, which is a work from 1994, when she portrayed her daughter with her hands full of paintings. And this is a way to say that she's not the author of what she does. It might be the daughter who's the artist and not herself. In terms of newer work, I would bring the attention to a work called Spring, which is from 2017, which is a woman with a bottle on top of her sex, and it's a tradition in South Africa apparently to put alcohol to have more fertility in the project. And maybe the last one on that floor, it's a work called The Bride, which is from 2018. But the bride, it's not a goal in itself because she feels like a dead person, so very, very dark and not energetic in terms of a gift. And if I go on the second floor, I would for sure speak about a work which is in the collection called The Horizon from 2007. It's a painting about the tomb of her mom who died. She could not finish that painting. It took her quite a while, and she made the flowers, but she asked her daughter to finish the flowers, and she could not make an horizon, and she proposed her husband, who was still alive, to make a line, and it became an horizon. And this is a way to make a painting 3 people together, which is very unique. I would also spoke about the newest painting called Thunderstorm Lover, and it's based on the Narsha archive. It's based on the middle-aged thumb of 2 people together from 1474. the origin of the painting. She never reproduced an image as it is, but she's inspired by it. And it's a way to say that those two lovers are going to be together for a million years, because they can still be together. And maybe I could speak about the Great Man, which is also on the second floor, which is a series that she started for Manifesta in St. Petersburg, speaking about gay famous people with their life what has been destroyed by the system and by the politics. It's a series that she continued, and there's two new ones, including Charles Manning, who was the one to denounce the American army. We also decided since the beginning to include works on paper, which is a gigantic practice on Marlene's work, which are on the main big rooms on the canal, so to put fragility in the big spaces, and also to include works with her daughter that she made when her daughter was 5. She had some works on paper she had made, and she proposed her daughter to interfere and work with them, and they both signed those two works. And it's a way for her to say since the beginning that she's not the author, but she's taken by things which she has to do, but it's not like the individuality of her which imports. And her daughter, in her life in general and still today, is extremely important, is the person which gives her energy and a reason to continue what she does.